my friends from high school and from people from primary school messaging me and saying, I'm so sorry that you didn't feel comfortable to tell your story then. And like over the years, I think a lot of people have questioned, God, come on man, why didn't you just talk about it? Or why didn't your parents push you in? And these conversations were happening a lot at our dinner table of when is Michelle going to tell everyone? But I'm quite a headstrong person and I can get quite snappy with my family. And there was no way in hell that story was coming out. I was fine with my parents talking about it with their people, but I did not want any of my friends or that knowing, which looking back on is a shame, but then I'm also proud of what I have been able to achieve and not let that kind of be at the forefront of people's minds, even though they probably wouldn't have even cared. I didn't want that to be a factor. So yeah, I had a little thing that I had written last year, and it was all about why I wanted to really share my story. And it wasn't, and I think it kind of relates to my job as well. It's like, I love telling people stories and I love meeting people, and the reaction that you get when you tell a story isn't just for yourself, but it's also the ripple effect that it can do for so many others. So, I wrote this. I think I wrote this just before COVID happened. This is how I was going to open my first speech. So, I was once told to only share my story for me, and to do it if it makes me happy. While I can be proud to stand up here and say, yes, I've finally shared it, this story, like so many other stories, isn't just for the individual or myself. This story is for the little girl who woke up with clumps of hair on her pillow, the girl who saw the worry in her mum's eyes. It's for the girl who went to school scraping whatever hair she had left to hide the bald patches laced around her head, the girl who went to countless specialist appointments searching for a cure. It's for the girl who took heavy steroids to fix herself, for the girl who was teased for having cancer. It's for the girl who didn't actually have cancer, but instead alopecia. It's for the girl who lied about her alopecia because she didn't want to be different. But this story is also for the girl who fell in love with herself, for the girl who found her voice, the girl who went swimming, went wakeboarding, and even lost her wig in a lake. I lost my wig in a lake. It's for the girl who shows her naked self to those most important to her, or the girl who wants to show it to everyone every day. This story is for the girl who will go through one of these things tomorrow, next week, or maybe never in her life. But most importantly, it's for the girl to know she is not alone, for the girl who won't be afraid to tell her story, and the girl who will now be inspired to tell her own. So I hope that I haven't had the most, sitting there listening to Anna was quite, I've followed Anna's story, but very different from mine, where I tried to hide it, and coming here was quite daunting because I see all these beautiful heads, and it's like, wow, I am confident in my skin to show, and I took my hair off before, which was quite cool, just tell my auntie. I took my hair off before, which was quite that was quite an empowering moment, and I can do that. But for people who don't feel comfortable in doing that, I think that's completely fine. Like Anna was saying, we're all in different stages where we're finding ourselves, or we're being comfortable in our own skin. And if, like I was saying to some of the ladies before, taking my hair off sometimes feels like I'm taking my bra off. Like it's like I'm getting naked. And so if that's how it feels for you, it might not feel the same for someone else, and it's totally fine. But what's special is that no matter what stage we're in, we're having the conversation and we're able to talk about it and normalise hair loss, which I think is the most important thing. And yeah, that's me. Yeah.